say that made you immediately request another nurse? When I brought my 8-year-old daughter to the ER for stomach pain, I thought we were dealing with a bad case of the flu. Maya had been throwing up all morning and kept clutching her side, but kids get sick all the time, right? But every time someone even lightly touched her right side, she would scream like someone was stabbing her. I'm talking full-on, blood-curdling screams that made other parents in the waiting room turn and stare. I kept telling the triage nurse, I think this might be appendicitis. Can someone please check? Maya was doubled over in the plastic chair, whimpering every few minutes. The nurse on duty, this woman with short blonde hair and the most annoyed expression I'd ever seen, rolled her eyes at me. Ma'am, it's probably just anxiety. Kids her age get worked up about stomach bugs all the time. Anxiety? My daughter was literally turning pale and couldn't stand up straight. I've seen Maya anxious before. This wasn't anxiety. But she's never reacted like this to being sick, I insisted. The pain is only on her right side. Isn't that a classic sign? The nurse sighed dramatically and looked at her clipboard. The doctor will see her when he's available. Please take a seat. Hours passed. Maya was getting worse, barely able to keep her eyes open. I kept asking for updates, but the same nurse kept brushing me off with, we're still waiting for the doctor. Finally, I got fed up and walked over to peek at the whiteboard near the nurse's station. I could see patient names and statuses written in blue marker. Maya's name was there, and next to it, clear as day, it said, waiting on discharge. My blood ran cold. Discharge? We hadn't even seen a doctor yet. I marched straight back to that nurse. Excuse me, but why does the board say my daughter is waiting for discharge? We haven't seen anyone. She barely looked up from her computer. Oh, the doctor already reviewed her case and ruled everything out. He's writing her release papers now. I felt my face get hot. What doctor? Nobody has examined my daughter. Not once. The nurse finally looked at me, clearly irritated. I'm sure someone checked on her. You might have missed it. That was it. I walked straight to the main desk and asked a different nurse. Who is the attending physician tonight? I need to speak with them immediately. She gave me a name, Dr. Patterson, and told me he was making rounds. I planted myself in the hallway and waited. When I saw a guy in scrubs with the right name tag walking by, I practically jumped in front of him. Dr. Patterson, I'm Maya's mom. Can you please tell me what you found when you examined her? He stopped and looked genuinely confused. I'm sorry, who? I haven't examined anyone named Maya tonight. My heart dropped. Room 12, 8-year-old with right side abdominal pain. Your nurse said you already cleared her for discharge. His expression changed immediately. No, absolutely not. Let me see her right now. Dr. Patterson took one look at Maya, pressed gently on her side, and she screamed again. He called for an ultrasound immediately. We need to get her up to imaging now. This could be her appendix. I looked back at that blonde nurse, who was suddenly very interested in her paperwork. The ultrasound showed Maya's appendix was about to burst. Dr. Patterson told me if we'd waited another hour or two, she could have died from internal bleeding. I want that nurse removed from my daughter's case immediately, I told the doctor. He nodded and assured me she wouldn't be involved anymore. They rushed Maya into surgery that night. The surgeon said her appendix was so inflamed it was practically black. A few more hours and it would have ruptured completely. The next morning, a supervisor came to Maya's room to apologize. She explained that the nurse had made some assumptions based on the initial presentation and got ahead of herself with the documentation. Got ahead of herself? She almost killed my kid. I filed a formal complaint before we left the hospital. I have no idea what would have happened if I hadn't followed my gut and demanded to see an actual doctor.